All right, good morning. So, a little bed yoga that I've been talking about and teaching about, I'm gonna make a little video. So, I'm actually already dressed, and I usually do the bed yoga under the covers, but so you guys can see what I usually do in the morning before my feet hit the floor. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna turn on a little music. And the first thing I do, I really just stretch it out. So I stretch out my arms, I stretch out my legs, I arch my back, and I start to roll side to side. So my knees are bent, my arms are up over my head, and I just start to rock side to side. And breathe. I start to deepen my breath. And then Yoga Pup here, he's going to play. And then I usually go right into a twist because that feels good for my back. So I'll hug and cross my legs over to the right. And instead of stacking, I like to lady legs them. So I cross them like a lady and I twist and breathe. And this is what my yoga looks like at home with the dog. It's a lot of playing and a little yoga. After a couple breaths, I'll come back, I'll hug it in, maybe stretch it out, and roll around, and then we'll do the other side. So crossing the legs, either stack. I like to lady legs them. It feels good for me. So going over to the other side. I'm just taking your time. Still comfortable in bed, got my pillows. Oh my God, and breathe. So about 5 breaths on each pose. Give or take, and then back to the center. So then I'm going to hug it in and kind of taking my knees apart. So Panasana, that when relieving pose, getting everything moving in the morning, right? And then just a little rock, massaging my back. And then I may move into Happy Baby. So taking it out, you can hold out or in. Relax the shoulders. And then again, I'm going to rock side to side. I'm going to bend one knee, straighten the other. Start to open up the hamstrings. All before my feet even touch the floor. And I may find some stillness, lengthening my spine, and just drawing my feet down, drawing my knees down, opening up my hips. For me, that feels good. So if you don't want or need a hip opener in the morning, I'm going to twist again. Hold on. I do a lot of twisting in the morning. Oh. So if you don't want Happy Baby, what we can do is cow facing legs. So it's kind of like lady legs. You cross over, and then I'm going to hug my shins in, and I can either hold there or I'm going to hold onto my feet, and then I'm going to kind of rock it side to side. Or like Happy Baby, you can find stillness and just draw these legs into the chest. Right? So that's an option if you don't want to take Happy Baby, cow facing legs, or Gomukhasana. Oh, that feels so good. So I'm feeling that right in here. And then I'm going to stretch it out again. So stretching it out long, maybe a little roll side to side. My eyes are starting to open, starting to come awake. And then so I sleep up in my loft in my tiny house, so I can actually put my foot on my ceiling in my bed, which actually comes in handy for a yogi. So then I might do what we learned yesterday, Supta Padangurasana. So I'm going to straighten one leg on the bed and then one towards the ceiling. So I don't even need a strap here because I'm just pressing firmly into my loft, right? Then I might switch. Ooh. Noticing the differences on one side and the other. And just moving around a little bit. Breathing. So I might draw this leg in. So you can use a strap here. Or peace finger the big toe. Or hold on to the foot. Or even holding on to the calf. The thigh. Just drawing it in. Opening it up, right? And then I might put both feet on the ceiling. And I kind of walk the ceiling. It feels so good. And I'm going to hug it back in. And I may do Ekapada Apana-asana. So alternating legs, hugging them in. And again, I can relax my head. I'm still in bed. I just want to wake up a little bit. Move the joints. And breathe. Right? And then I'm going to go back to a twist. I'm trying to pop my back. It feels good for me to twist in bed. No, Bubby. Right. Then I might do a little reclined bound angle. So Supta Baddha Konasana. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together and let my knees open up. And typically it's just playing with the dog and resting in this reclined position. So I like a little hip opener in the morning. And for me, this feels nice. And then, you might fall back asleep in this position. So mindful of that if you have things to do. So a couple breaths here. I'm going to bring the legs back into the chest, rock it out. Start to open up my legs again. So instead of that Ekapada Apana-asana with the bent knees, you can also do it with straight legs. So either holding onto the hamstring or behind the calf or the ankle, and then just holding, breathing, and switching legs there. So in the morning, my practice is very slow. Taking time to warm up my muscles, move my joints. Just seeing what I notice in my body. Seeing what it's asking of me today when I do roll out my mat, what I need to do. So that's everything pretty much I do on my back. And then if I have time, I'm going to flip it over. And, in my bed I may do a little child's pose. I'm going to stretch out my arms. So I like child's pose on the bed because I can actually hold on to the edge of the bed. So I'll do it this way. Right? So my hands are here. I'm sitting in child's pose and I can pull. And then I might turn my head side to side a couple times just to stretch out my neck while I'm here in child's pose. And then any movement. So a little shaking in my butt. There we go. Right. And then as I'm in my bed, so a lot of times it may hurt to go on the wrist because it's squishy. So on my fist, and then I can start to move through my spine. A little cat and cow. Right? And yoga pops back. And then maybe a little variation of child's pose or puppy pose. So I'm going to keep my hips up over my knees. I'm going to bring my chest down and keep my head lifted. So I get a nice stretch in the lower back. And then I'm going to wiggle side to side. And breathe. So this also helps stretch out my shoulders. Puppy pose. And I'm just going to slide out of it. And I'm going to hang off the bed and shake my head. I'm going to scoot so you guys can see me. And I'm going to do a little cobra. So I'm going to open up and then maybe back and forth from child's pose to a little cobra or up dog. Now my feet have hit the floor. Now I'm going to sit and just see what I notice and take a couple breaths. So I'm kind of like I was sitting in a chair. So I'm just rolling through my neck, lifting my heart, breathing. I'm just going chin to chest, ear to shoulder to start. And as I bring it over to the side, I may want a little extra oomph. So I'm going to take one hand up and over. You guys see me? There we go. And I'll do the other side. And then I might shake out my wrist while I'm sitting here playing with the pup. One of those wonderful wrist exercises, right? So you can interlace the hands, move around like a roller coaster, and interlace and stretch around the back like a cat. Piano fingers while we're in bed. You can just draw the fingers back towards the hands, starting to move through the wrist and the forearms. Right? So that's it for today. There's more things, you can also add pigeon or recline pigeon into your bed yoga. It's really just moving. Take a little twist, breathe, stretch out. So good morning. Bed yoga. Namaste.